Alright, guys, we're going to be solving another question from the chapter 4 of engineering mechanics by Meriam. And in this one, we need to determine the cutting force F exerted on the rod S in terms of forces P applied to the handles of the heavy-duty cutter. So, as always, we need to dismantle this system at first, and after that, we're going to use our equilibrium equations to find the unknowns that we have. So, let's start with the jaw part of this cutter or this member, and I'm just going to show that somewhere in here. So we're going to have the force F that is exerted on the rod S that we have in here. So we're going to have a force F. At this point, we have the point A, which has a two-force member AB. As we discussed, the force in this member is going to be along the line that connects A to B. So it will be vertical. And we can just consider one direction for now, maybe like this direction, FAB. And we have a pin at point C, which means technically we need to consider two components since it's a pin CX and CY. We're going to go from there. So we have three equilibrium equations, sum of all forces in X equals 0, sum of all forces in Y equals 0, and we're going to have one moment equation. If we do our X equation or the first one, we can figure that the Cx is actually 0 because that's the only force in X direction. We're going to go to our moment equation and find the moment about point A. So let's see, this will be the S part. So if we just do the moment about A part counterclockwise positive, we should be able to find Cy based on F. So the moment of Cy is going to be counterclockwise, so positive. So Cy times the distance from A to C, which we have in here, 4.5 inches. And the moment of F about A is going to be clockwise, so negative F times the distance from A to where the rod S is located. And keep in mind that we are interested in the vertical distance from A to the line of action of the force. So this distance, which is 2 inches, equals 0. So far we figured that Cy is actually 2 divided by 4.5 times. That's pretty much everything for this member. We're gonna move on to the handle part where the P is actually applying. So we are trying to draw the free body diagram for this part now. It's gonna show it in here. So we're gonna have the force P in here, and we have these 2 points, C and D. So we figured that CY is actually in the correct direction. So it will be upward in here. In the other member, it has to be in the opposite direction based on the Newton's law. So that's Cy. I'm not going to show any Cx because we figured that it's 0. And let's just consider one force in here, or we can call that one maybe dy. And in this point, since we are interested in the relationship between Cy and P, we're going to find the moment about point D, counterclockwise positive, and we're going to have the moment of P, which is going to be a clockwise moment, so negative P times the distance. So again, this time we need the vertical distance from D to the line of action of P. What we have in here is the distance from E to the line of action, which is 22 inches. So we need to subtract that little distance, which is what we have in here in this question. So it's going to be 22 minus this little distance. If we look at this right triangle, we know this angle is 15 degrees. So that would be 1.5 sine of 15 degrees. So 1.5 sine of 15 degrees. That's going to be the moment of P, and the moment of Cy about D, since it's to the left, it's going to be in this direction. So it's counterclockwise plus cy, which we can put this value that we found in the previous step. And now we're going to need again the vertical distance from D to the line of action, which is basically again this distance. So 1.5 again, sine of 15 degrees equals 0, and this should give us the relationship between P and F. So let's see what we get on the left side. So I'm trying to figure out this value, 22 minus 1.5 sine of 15. So we're going to have 21.6118. And for the F, we're going to have, let's just do a ratio, 2 times 1.5 times sine of 15. And in the denominator, we have 4.5. So that ratio is going to be 0.1725. And now we just have to divide 21.6118, 2160, 118 divided by 0.1725. And yeah, that's going to give us 125.3 P. And this is basically the force exerted on the rod S in terms of P, and the final answer for this question. Hope everything was clear. Let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good one.